So, how do you live a whole, authentic life? I mean, a really authentic life. It's a huge question, right? One of the biggest in philosophy. Well, today we're going to dig into Martin Heidegger's pretty radical answer. And spoiler alert, he says the secret isn't really about what you do, it's all about how you understand time itself.
And that leads us right to this mind-bending puzzle from his masterpiece, Being in Time. Think about it. How can you ever see yourself as a complete whole person when you're not dead yet? I mean, by definition, your story isn't finished. You're always in the middle of it. It's a fantastic question, and at first glance, it feels totally impossible to answer, right? So, how are we going to tackle this? We're basically going to follow Heidegger's breadcrumbs. We'll start with a puzzle, look at how we answer life's call, face our own mortality, unpack something he calls care, and finally, get to the secret meaning behind it all, temporality, and what it means for you.
All right, so first things first, we really need to get our heads around this challenge. See, for Heidegger, this isn't just about the story of your life, like a biography. No, he's digging deeper. He's talking about understanding your fundamental being. He has a special word for it, Dasein, as this complete potential, not just a string of events, one after the other. Okay, so to start solving this puzzle, Heidegger throws us our first big clue. It's a concept he calls resolutionness. And you can think of it as a kind of courageous self-acceptance. It's really the first step on the path to living an authentic life. Okay, and this is where it gets, well, a little weird, but really interesting. Heidegger talks about being guilty, but, and this is super important, it has absolutely nothing to do with doing something wrong. It's not a moral thing. Think of it like this. You were just thrown into the world, right? You didn't ask to be here, you didn't choose your circumstances. There's this fundamental lack or incompleteness at your core. That's what he means by guilty. You are the basis for a life you never signed up for. And resolutionness, that's just having the guts to look that uncomfortable fact right in the eye and say, okay, this is it. But just facing our own limits, that's not quite enough. For Heidegger, the second huge piece of the puzzle comes when we connect that resoluteness to, well, the one thing in our existence that is absolutely certain and yet totally uncertain at the same time, our own death. And listen, this isn't about being morbid or gloomy. Not at all. Heidegger calls this anticipation. It means truly getting that death isn't just some event way off in the future. It's your ultimate possibility. It's the one thing that is 100% yours. It's non-relational. Nobody can die your death for you. And when you really truly face that finitude, that's what gives all your other possibilities right now their weight and their meaning.
So here's where it all clicks together. You take that courage to face your own limits. That's your resolutionness. And you combine it with that clear-eyed understanding of your own finitude. That's anticipation. What do you get? Anticipatory resolutionist. And that right there is Heidegger's formula for how to be an authentic whole person, right here, right now. This all begs a pretty big question, though. What's the underlying structure that holds all of this together? Like, what's the actual blueprint of our being that even makes this kind of authentic wholeness possible? Heidegger gives it a name that sounds surprisingly simple for such a massive idea. He calls it care.
Whoa. Okay, I know. That quote looks intimidating, to say the least. It's super dense, but trust me, it's actually a very precise formula for the way we exist. It's the blueprint for care, and it's really not as scary as it looks once you break it down into its three main parts. And here they are. It's actually pretty intuitive. Our existence, our very being, is always this dynamic mix of three things happening all at once. First, we're always projecting into our future possibilities. Second, we're always carrying our past with us. That's what Heidegger means by being thrown into the world. And third, we're always engaged with people and things right here in the present. That whole unified structure, that's care. Okay, and now we get to the big reveal, the moment we've been building towards. We've got this structure called care, but what makes it tick? What is it that allows for this incredible unity of past, present, and future to even be possible? What's the secret meaning of care? The answer? It's temporality. And this, my friends, is the absolute core of Heidegger's entire project. The key takeaway is this. You don't exist in time like you're a boat floating down a river. No, for Heidegger, it's much more radical. In a very real sense, you are time. Your very being is this dynamic stretching out of future, past, and present. And just to be clear, this is not a simple A, then B, then C sequence, like flipping through a calendar. It's a unified whole. And here's the kicker.
Heidegger says the future is primary. Think about that for a second. Your understanding of your own past and everything you do in the present, it's all shaped by the future possibilities you're heading towards. It's in the act of coming towards yourself from the future that your past gets its meaning and your present becomes truly authentic.
Okay, so this brings us to the final and honestly game-changing takeaway from all of this. It's that we have to make a huge distinction between this deep, personal temporality that is our being and the everyday, ordinary time we see ticking away on a clock. You see, we're living with two kinds of time all the time. On one hand, you've got primordial, authentic time. It's finite, it's bounded by your death, and it is you. It's that unified whole. But then, you've got clock time, an authentic time. It's just an infinite, endless sequence of nows that we use to schedule meetings and, run our day. The big problem? We get so caught up in clock time that we completely forget we are that deeper primordial time.
So what's the big takeaway here? The ultimate insight from Heidegger is this. Your existence isn't just a little dot moving along a straight line. No, your being is the whole timeline all at once. It's this finite, dynamic stretching out that includes all your future possibilities, your entire history, and your actions in the present. You are the unity of your past, your present, and your future, right now.
And that leaves us with one last thing to chew on. A final question. If you aren't just living in the present moment, but you actually are the unified whole of your entire past, present, and future, what does that mean for the experience you're having right this second? It kind of changes everything about what it means to be here, doesn't it?